The savannah gives zero warning before it detonates. 1 second, the grass is motionless. The next, the world transforms into a brutal exam of strength, nerve, and the will to stay alive. Peace doesn't really exist out here between lions and hyenas. It's just a temporary ceasefire in a war older than history. A solitary male lion patrols his turf with heavy, deliberate confidence. He doesn't just walk through the landscape, he owns it. The hyenas recognize that silhouette instantly. They know the crushing weight behind those paws, and the raw power concealed under scars from 100 battles. But hunger is a relentless driver, and desperation has a way of silencing the survival instinct. Shadows start to bleed in from the perimeter of the plains. A clan of hyenas materializes, fanning out to test the waters. Those cackling calls slicing through the air aren't for laughs, they're tactical communication. They use numbers as a weapon and coordination as their armor. They aren't looking for a full-blown fight yet. They're here to loot, to harass, and to see exactly how far they can cross the line before the lion snaps. The lion freezes. This is the tipping point. Backing down looks like weakness. Charging forward carries risk. He pivots slowly, locking his gaze on the boldest intruder. The pack hesitates, widening their circle, cocky but not suicidal. They know a single misstep means one of them isn't going home. Boom. The lion launches himself without a sound. The earth practically shakes under his charge. Panic tears through the clan as instincts scramble. One hyena trips, misjudging the gap by an inch. That inch is fatal. The lion is on him, a collision of raw muscle and chaos. Dust swallows the scene. The world goes silent under the rush of adrenaline. He isn't hunting. He's policing. Around the brawl, the other hyenas shriek and dart in, trying to confuse him, trying to save their friend. But getting within striking distance of an enraged male is a bill few are willing to pay. The lion doesn't break stride. His message is loud and clear, written in violence rather than noise. Out here, you don't talk about who is in charge. You prove it. And this clash is just the opening scene in a relentless cycle of beef and consequences. If you want to see how this ancient rivalry spirals out of control, and how fast the tables can turn in the wild, smash that like button, subscribe, and stick around. The next round raises the stakes massively. The lion stops his pursuit. He doesn't need to run them down. In the savannah, holding back can be just as terrifying as attacking. As the dust clears, the hyena clan rallies at a safe distance, watching, plotting, and running the numbers. This war isn't won in a single battle. It's a game of attrition, a series of tests to find a crack in the armor. Not far off, the smell of a fresh kill hits the breeze. Now the momentum swings back to the hyenas. A young male lion is tearing into a carcass, eating fast and nervously. He's powerful, sure, but he's solo. No pride is coming to back him up. From the tall grass, shapes start to materialize. One hyena turns into two. Two become 5. They approach slowly, almost politely, until the switch flips. The pressure is instantaneous. They tighten the noose, snapping and lunging just close enough to make him spin around. Every second he spends fighting them off is a second he isn't eating. The hyenas are pros at this rhythm. They are patient thieves grinding him down. The lion roars, swipes, and charges, but for every one he scares off, more take its place. The tide is turning. One hyena darts in and rips away a chunk of meat. Another follows suit. The lion lunges, missing by a hair. His strength is obvious, but power fades when fatigue sets in. Hunger clouds your thinking. Alone, even a king can get overrun. Finally, the young male cuts his losses and backs off. The hyenas flood in, claiming the prize through sheer stubbornness rather than brute force. There's no victory lap, just efficient eating. In the wild, the win doesn't always go to the strongest. It goes to the one who can endure the longest. But the savannah doesn't let anyone get comfortable. In the distance, a new player enters the game. Heavier footsteps, a darker, more commanding vibe. The hyenas freeze cold. They know that walk. A dominant male lion steps onto the scene, and the rules get rewritten instantly. The clan scatters without a second thought, ditching the food in a heartbeat. Authority returns swift and absolute. That's the reality of staying alive out here. Power is fluid. What saves your life 1 minute can get you killed the next. Every encounter teaches a brutal lesson. Knowing when to throw a punch is just as vital as knowing when to run for it. If you're hooked on the strategy, the tension, and the raw instinct driving these clashes, hit like, subscribe, and keep watching, because the next chapter shows what happens when running away isn't an option. Confidence evaporates faster than fear. In the savannah, timing is God, and hesitation is a death sentence. A small crew of hyenas trots along a trail near a den, relaxed for just a second too long. The terrain gives cover, the wind masks the noise, and danger is incoming. A lioness explodes from the grass. Her ambush is sudden, surgical, and ruthless. The hyenas scatter instincts, screaming at them to bail. The adults hit the open ground, but the young one lacks the experience. He hesitates, turns the wrong way, and loses precious ground. That split-second doubt changes everything. The lioness closes the gap, cutting off his exit with terrifying precision. This isn't anger. This is control. The rest of the clan gathers on the sidelines, torn between gut instinct and loyalty. They bark and fake charge, rushing in and pulling back, desperate for an opening that just isn't there. A lone lioness is tough, but she's not stupid. She holds her ground, knowing the mob can flip the script if she gets sloppy. The hyenas sense the standoff and press in, but nobody wants to commit fully. Every step forward is a gamble with their life. The seconds drag on painfully. Then the dynamic shifts again. Movement on the horizon. Backup is coming. The hyena clan breaks formation, retreating before the situation goes nuclear. The lioness releases the pressure and backs off, knowing the point has been made. In the wild, not every fight ends in a chase. Sometimes survival is just about drawing a line in the sand and walking away in one piece. Both sides retreat, counting losses in confidence rather than bodies. This feud is never settled. It just pauses, resets, and waits for the next blunder. And the next mistake is going to be expensive. If these moments of high tension and split-second choices keep you glued to the screen, make sure to like, subscribe, and drop a comment, because Chapter 4 reveals when aggression goes past the point of no return. The next round starts with an error you can't take back. A lone hyena crosses an invisible border, drifting too deep into enemy territory. No giggling backup crew this time. Just open plains, fading light, and a false sense of security. The lion spots him immediately. He drops low, muscles coiled like springs. This isn't a hunger-fueled hunt. This is territorial law enforcement. When he hits the gas, the distance vanishes. The hyena sprints, zigzagging, pushing its body to the red line. Speed has saved him before. Today it's not enough. The lion makes contact. Dust flies as power slams into panic. The hyena fights like a demon, twisting and snapping, using every ounce of agility left. For a heartbeat, there's a flicker of hope. Then weight and strength take over. The lion pins him, controlling the head, shutting down any real chance of escape. From way back, other hyenas watch, but stay put. They know the math. Taking on a full-grown male in close quarters is a gamble that usually ends in a body count. Numbers only work if someone is willing to die first. The lion holds him just long enough to put the fear of God in him. This isn't random chaos. It's calculated. Once the message is delivered, he releases his grip and steps back, letting the battered hyena limp away. This is dominance without mercy, power without hesitation. The hyena vanishes into the grass, taking the lesson with him. Survival in the savannah isn't just about how fast you run or how hard you bite. It's about reading the room, respecting borders, and knowing when curiosity gets you killed. But the rivalry doesn't end with a warning, because the finale shows what happens when the warnings stop and the wild delivers its harshest verdict. If you want to see how this ancient war reaches its grim conclusion, like the video, subscribe now, and stay with us. Chapter 5 leaves no door open for escape. The final showdown leaves no room for yellow cards, no space to back up. This time the hyenas blow the calculation completely. Tempted by food and opportunity, they hang around a fresh kill too long, thinking the mob will keep them safe, like always. But dominance out here isn't based on what you believe. It's based on who is standing there. A massive male lion steps up. The reaction is instant and total. Confidence crumbles into sheer panic. The pack explodes in every direction, but one is a fraction too slow. A single heartbeat late. The lion accelerates with terrifying focus, closing the gap before fear can turn into flight. When he hits, the outcome is already written. No long struggle. No dramatic comeback. Strength, mass, and precision align perfectly. The hyena's resistance melts away as control is stripped piece by piece. Nearby, clan members watch from the cheap seats, frozen by instinct, knowing that jumping in would only multiply the tragedy. In the wild, surviving sometimes means watching the end of one of your own. If you are hungry for more unscripted sagas from the bush where brute strength meets tactical warfare, go ahead and smash that like button. Make sure to hit subscribe and ring the notification bell right now so you are front and center for the next brutal showdown in the wild.